The 21-month state of emergency, which was extended since the summer of this year, should have been removed already, says former Government Minister Dwyer Astafan. He raised this issue in his latest commentary that airs weekly on Freedom FM.
The state of emergency should have been lifted long ago, and sensible people will only be angered by the shenanigans, knowing very well that the state of emergency being maintained for so long was a willful act and a weapon used against the people by a sadistic administration.
The former government minister accused the government of using the state of emergency for economic benefit of some within the halls of power.
Timothy Harris says, and I quote, "The main priority of my government was and still is the protection of lives and livelihoods of the citizens and residents of the Federation. This has been the focus of my government for the last 21 months. State of emergency, lockdown, all of those things. Protection of lives and livelihoods." Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you ponder on these nice and compassionate sounding words, ponder also on this. Are you aware of any 21-month period ever in which, in a small country, persons in high decision-making positions have been able to gather so much private wealth? And all the more so against the backdrop of immense, broad suffering and loss among the people. It seems like the more the people have suffered, the more decision makers have prospered.
Several countries across the Commonwealth Caribbean had instituted a state of emergency at the onset of the coronavirus pandemic as part of the measures used to control the spread of the virus. Some legal experts and politicians argue that this was unnecessary. The opposition St. Kitts and Nevis Labour Party had accused the government repeatedly of using the state of emergency to its advantage in the lead-up to the June 2020 elections. Antigua and Barbuda just last week ended its state of emergency, but stressed that the health measures to help mitigate the spread and contraction of the coronavirus will still be implemented. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.